Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Maples Pavilion. We got a top 10 women's volleyball clash for you tonight. The Stanford Cardinal ranked 9th in the land going up against number 3 Louisville. It is the Cardinal against the Cardinals, and it should be a great one here on Pac-12 Insider. Thanks for watching the broadcast, folks. Kevin Dan alongside Ted Enberg. And Ted, this is what college volleyball is all about. We got a big one, and Stanford is playing some really good volleyball right now, as is Louisville. This should be a fun one.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. Both these teams doing well to start off the 2022 season. Louisville 8-1, Stanford 5-2. The Cardinal coming off an intense trip away and finally back home. This is the first time these two teams are meeting, but both these teams showing a lot of promise moving into the start of the season. It's going to be a fun one tonight.
Ted, you mentioned that intense trip. It started with the Big Ten Pac-12 Challenge, a 5-set loss to number 20 Penn State, but then a monster win at then number 3 Minnesota in 4 sets. And then what did they do? They went to Nebraska and took down the second-ranked Cornhuskers in 4 sets as well. That was on Tuesday. So back-to-back top 3 wins and a chance for 3 wins from 3 top 3 teams in consecutive matches. Meanwhile, Louisville played in the most watched regular season women's college volleyball game of all time on Wednesday. A thrilling 5-set win at number 13 Kentucky. Coming off that, after getting a 3-set sweep of Lipscomb, Louisville has the best non-conference record in the ACC. And again, they are the number 3 team in the country. They are announcing the starters here at Maples Pavilion for the Stanford Cardinal. We could tell you the starters for Louisville will be as follows. Aiko Jones, the opposite, a 6'2 redshirt senior from Kingston, Jamaica. Their setter is Raquel Lázaro, the transfer from USC, so very familiar with Maples Pavilion from her time with the Trojans, where she spent 4 years. Amaya Tillman, their middle blocker from Topeka, Kansas. Also in the starting lineup, Anna DeBeer, an outside hitter, a 6-foot junior from Louisville, Kentucky. Claire Chaussee, an outside hitter for them, and their libero is Elena Scott, the sophomore, in the white uniform for the black-clad Cardinals. Stanford in white with their libero, Elena Ogilvie. Elena, number 9, the libero, Ogilvie, averaging a team-best 3.44 digs per set. Also on the court with her, Sammy Francis, who's moved the middle blocker this year. Cami Minor out there alongside the rest of her teammates. They also have Elia Rubin, the reigning Pac-12 freshman of the week. McKenna Vicini at middle blocker. And that's what it looks like with Katie Baird out there. Looks like she will start in the back row.
Well, a huge opportunity tonight, Kevin, for Stanford to continue this momentum. Kevin Hamley said when they faced number 3 Minnesota, number 2 Nebraska, he felt like they played the best defensive team and the best offensive team in the nation. So after knocking out both of those 3-1, coming in and facing Louisville tonight, a chance to just hit that accelerator and see what they can do tonight.
Kendall Kipp, the other starter I forgot to mention, she is a big-time player. Kara Cressy, another starter as well as you take a look at Raquel Lázaro, the former USC setter, now Cardinal setter. Kevin Hamley also saying that you mentioned they're playing some of the top offensive and defensive teams in the country. He really thought the defense against Minnesota in particular was fantastic for the Cardinal when they outblocked the Golden Gophers 13-5. That was last Saturday. Here we go. Lázaro's serve, and we are underway. Here's Rubin trying to roll shot it over the double block. Kipp, a big swing. Louisville out of system. And Rubin is blocked.
Great job on the outside by Aiko Jones, redshirt senior out of Kingston, Jamaica. Gets her hands up on it. And Louisville strikes first tonight.
26th block of the season for Aiko Jones. As a team, Louisville averages nearly 3 blocks per set. That is an insane number. Out of the middle, McKenna Vicini finds the floor off the quick set from Cammie Minor.
Vicini going to work in the inside there. One of the top middle blockers in the country. Last year, second most blocks on the team with 33. Easy slap away for the redshirt junior.
Yeah, more than a block and a quarter per set for the Lexington, Kentucky native. So playing not her hometown team, but her hometown team's rival. And Rubin blocked again, and again it's Cressy and Aiko Jones combining for the double stuff.
Aiko Jones, 6'2", Cressy 6'6", out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Tough to get anything past 6'6".
Yep, you're right about that, Ted, as we see Chasse serving. An outside grad student.
And Chasse has been on fire this year.
As has Kendall Kipp. Her first kill of the match.
Now Kipp leading the Cardinal this season. Team best 107 kills, make it 108 after that.
Well, she is the reigning Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Week, and she is going back to serve. A team-high 11 aces for her this year. Good pass that time. And out of the middle, it's dug out by Ogilvy. Back row attack. Chasse bared the dig. Tight to the net. Batted over a couple of times and won by Aiko Jones, who's gotten off to a roaring start in this one. And Ted, Kevin Hambley saying, you've pointed it out, what she's been able to do this year. But he really feels that as Aiko Jones goes for Louisville, so do the Cardinals.
Don't doubt that.
She's been in on a couple of blocks. Gets the kill there. They go back to Aiko Jones. Rubin looking for her first kill. Won't come there. Off high hands and the kill for DeBeer. And Louisville has its first 2-point lead of the match in the early going. So here's the libero, Scott, sophomore from Louisville. From the back row, Kendall Kipp over dig, and it lands out.
Well, let's take another look at this good rip there from Kendall Kipp. Will they get the point? Get Stanford back on the service line.
It's Rubin, tape service. Oh, nice block. Sammy Francis sending it back. Stuffs it. Still going. High ball for Baird. Tooling the block.
Baird with such a diverse set of weapons on the outside. So much skill. All she needed to do was get that hand block off of Jones. Does it just perfectly.
We're all tied up. Another tape service. And shoved over the net by Amaya Tillman.
Yeah, Tillman, one of the biggest threats up front for Louisville. 33 blocks this season. Good for a team best.
Nearly 1.3 blocks per set is Aiko Jones. Can't quite get it to crawl over the tape. And we'll get some subs in. Checking into the back row, Alexa Hendricks for Louisville. And checking in and serving for the Cardinal, Anna Pringle. One of the freshmen who's getting some time alongside Elia Rubin. She's from La Jolla, so in the San Diego area.
It came out of Cathedral Catholic.
A power of a high school.
Oh, yeah, 4-time state qualifier there.
DeBeer with the roll shot. It's Baird cranking it down.
Baird just getting better and better every single season here on the farm. And delivers a laser in the backcourt.
Second team All-American last year when she averaged 4.24 kills per set. Off the slide, and the Cardinal was there, but the block lands out. So Tillman off the backslide attack, able to level this one up.
Yeah, right idea from Baird here on the outside. Just can't angle that one down.
Service to the Cardinals. DeBeer. From the back row, Kendall Kipp. Free ball to the Card. Off the slide, it's Vicini. Joust. Oh, Minor keeping it alive. Nope, it's going to be called for contacts. So Louisville with the lead and the serve in the hands of number 14, Anna DeBeer. Third-team All-American last year. Louisville undefeated in the regular season, 28-0. Got to the Final Four before they lost. Set over on two. Perfectly done. A campfire ball there. And Louisville back up by a pair.
Yeah, made it to that NCAA tournament. Lost to number 4 Wisconsin in the Final Four there. Man, perfect in conference play, as you mentioned. 32-1 last year.
That is quite the season. From the back row, just a little long for Kendall Kipp. It's a 4-0 scoring run for the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals and the Cardinal tonight.
And according to many people around the country, it's the Cardinals versus the Cardinals because they don't realize that Stanford's Cardinal is singular. Hopefully this serves as a PSA to some. Back row, Kendall Kipp, and a net violation on Tillman.
When you look at the hitting percentage, the Cardinals tonight, 429 to Stanford's 167. He's taking a look at this one. Yeah, we don't have it there.
Yeah, just Tillman into the net. Oh, and there's the roof. Katie Baird combining with Vicini.
Yeah, Baird hanging the sign on the outside. No trespassing tonight.
And that was all Baird. Did get some help. Vicini did jump with her, but 22 all over that one. Back row attack. It's going to be key, trying to get Louisville off the net. And that was because of a good serve. That hit the pin. That hit the antenna. And so Stanford got down 3. They've scored 3 straight.
Another good look at this one. A slap over by Vicini. And the guilty party on that one, Chaussee. Looks like it might have been a net violation on it. And we may have a challenge here.
I think Louisville is challenging this. Yeah, they're taking a look at it.
This is the whole challenge.
Chaussee kind of threw up her hands at the end of that point as she was called out.
Yeah, I think they're looking at that second contact. I think they said it hit the antenna, and that's why they stopped the play. But usually they announce what the challenge is about. They have not announced the official, what they are officially challenging, but certainly they don't think it should have been a point for the Cardinal. Our officiating crew tonight, Ryan McDowell, our R1, Sergio Gonzalez, along with Donald Tarrin and Neil Meredith. And this big-time top 10 tussle.
And first-time matchup, too.
How about that? Yeah, Stanford plays so many big-time non-conference opponents, and Louisville kind of, they do have quite the legacy. They've been to 30 NCAA tournaments, But usually it's the Penn States, the Floridas, the Minnesotas of the world. They don't necessarily play a ton of ACC teams, or as you mentioned, they haven't played Louisville. But that might change as the call stands, and it will be point Stanford. Louisville making the Final Four last year, before losing in 5 to Wisconsin, the eventual national champs. They have been to 2 Elite Eights in the last 3 seasons, so I could certainly see Louisville becoming a more common non-con foe for Kevin Hambley and crew. Cami Minor serving. That's long.
Cami Minor, Pac-12 Freshman of the Year last season. Led Stanford with 9 double-doubles. Certainly the service errors were a key focus for Hambley this season. Not a lot to complain about when you look at the stat line.
Smashed down by Kendall Kipp. Quite the response. The Cardinal seeing that attack efficiency crawl above the 200 mark.
That's easy work for Kipp.
Yep.
4 kills tonight, hitting .429. That one's a gimme.
Yeah, great start for Kipp, who's hitting .270 on the season. Off the slide, it's Cressy. She's saying she got the block, but they're saying she didn't get the block. So it's point Stanford. Now, you usually see players make that kind of that money symbol, if you will, trying to coax a touch out of the refs. Didn't get it there. They're going to try the slide again. The Cardinal all over it. Lothrow. Nice attack hit from the setter. Back row attack for DeBeer, but there's Vicini. Vicini and Kipp with the double block.
Well, Vicini and Kendall Kipp so good up front at the net. Kipp standing 6'5", Vicini 6'2". And again, just putting up a roadblock for the Cardinals tonight.
What a swing.
Some extra sizzle behind that one.
Woo! Wow. DeBeer with a rocket of a rip. That's an early kill of the match right there. We've seen 4 blocks already combined. Might have enough roofs to put a ceiling on this match by the end of the night as that attack goes into the net. Both these teams very solid blocking sides. The Cardinal also averaging close to 3 blocks per set at 2.9. Usually if you're 2+, you're doing a good job. If you're nearly 3, that's elite. Rubin had a tough go to start. That was a tough swing. And it was stuffed by the Cardinals.
Yeah, Aiko Jones again on the outside. She's been a nuisance for the Cardinal tonight. On the outside there.
She's got 3 blocks. She's been a part of all 3. She and Cressy. Here's the setter, Lothrow. Inside the 10-foot line. Nice dig, Scott. Set it deep. Kipp. Kill.
Kipp just weaves it through on the outside. It's a great set from Minor. Tees this one up right between the gap.
Ogilvy. Getting it back, Chassé. I'll try to beer this time. Not on the same page, Lothrow and Cressy, and the Cardinal creeping closer to 15.
Yeah, Cressy sees the hands extended from 6'6" Sammy Francis here. Nowhere to go.
And That's a move that the Cardinal made with Holly Campbell graduating, moving Francis from the pin to the middle. And Kevin Hambley saying, I didn't think they were maximizing her potential with her on the outside. Want to get her in the middle. Need to have her talent involved. Stood tall there. And a kill for Rubin there. And we have hit the media timeout with the Cardinal leading 15-13 off that kill from Elia Rubin. So we'll take the break. You're watching Stanford volleyball on Pac-12 Insider. Just about out of the timeout. Louisville breaking its huddle first, led by sixth-year head coach Danny Busboom Kelly, the reigning AVCA National Coach of the Year, the first woman in NCAA history to coach an undefeated regular season, leading the Cardinals to their first Final Four in program history. Also a two-time ACC Coach of the Year, three-time Region Coach of the Year. Played her college volleyball at Nebraska. So royal volleyball bloodlines for Danny Busboom Kelly, as well as Chasse with a heck of a swing. Well, the fifth-year player, second on the team, a little more than 3 kills per set, really cranking it back there.
Now Chasse picking up her first kill tonight.
Here's a look at Aiden Bartlett, the defensive specialist, junior from Leavenworth, Kansas. Rubin starting to find a groove. Got off to a slow start, made 3 attack errors in her first 7 swings, has 2 kills in her last 2 rips.
Rubin seeing a lot of tough teams her first year in collegiate volleyball. She was an outstanding high school player at Marymount High School down in Brentwood.
Yeah, that's quite the program. Aiko Jones with the kill. Yeah, Rubin coming off being named Pac-12 Freshman of the Week, had a double-double against Minnesota. 12 kills, 11 digs, and also hit 286 in that 4-setter over the Golden Gophers, a team that knocked the Cardinal out of the NCAA tournament last year in the second round. In straight sets. Off the slide, it's Sammy Francis.
Great rip here from Francis, cross-court kill, picking up her first of the match.
Showing her efficiency off 1 foot.
Stanford's numbers going up 241 in hitting percentage right now in this match.
Just a little long for Rubin. Second error of the match, serving-wise for the Card. Jones, big-time server. 3rd in the ACC in aces per set last year. Had 39 in all in 2021. This is Baird. And Lothero into the net. Are they gonna? I thought at first they might have been challenging something.
I think they might here.
They think someone was into the net for the Cardinal. They were holding up number 4. There's no number 4 out there. We're talking about Vicini.
Onward.
Yeah, it's a point for the Cardinal. Pringle. Too deep. I have a feeling every set's going to come down to the wire. And so far, it's been a very tight first set. De Beer on your screen sending it away. Baird too long.
Yeah, a little miss hit there from Baird. Got too much underneath it. Trying to target that back corner.
Yeah, pass off target, and Minor couldn't get to the second ball. Kind of caused the problems there for the Cardinal. Better pass this time. Baird will get it back. Great dig, Hendricks. Chasse around the double block, and here comes Louisville surging in front.
Now the Wisconsin native with a laser there. And Louisville up on top with the timeout.
19-18 Cardinals, as they've gone on a little 3-0 burst. Kevin Hambley using the first of his 2 timeouts.
Well, yeah, that's where they got Raquel Latharo, 4 years at USC. A lot of experience there, and now as a graduate student.
That was a big pickup for Louisville. Shout out to Don Shaw, former Stanford volleyball coach, watching this match. The great Don Shaw, great broadcaster as well. Katie Baird missing. No, she did get the touch, I should say, so we are tied up. Let's take another look.
Yeah, might have gotten the touch off Latharo.
Cami Minor. Chasse off high hands. They're going to try Baird again. Sent back. And a stuff. It is block number 4 of the first set for the Cards.
And you don't get too many of those against Baird, so great job by the Cardinals on that one. Inching ahead where it matters most in this opening set. And neck and neck here, Kevin.
Yeah, this has been a defensive-minded set. 6 combined blocks, 25 combined digs. Both teams hitting under 170. High ball for Kendall Kipp, and too high.
And she lost that one in the lights, it looked like.
You wonder maybe one more point, and Kevin Hambley's going to use that. No, he's going to use it now. So there's that second timeout. He's got the U.S. national team experience. Harvard Westlake, an absolute machine of a program. So we get back to action. Overpass, and Louisville, new point Stanford. And apparently a Cardinal into the net.
Be a Cardinals, right?
Yeah, well, singular in that sense is that it was one Cardinal going over. But yeah, it can make it tricky in this one. It was Cressy who committed the crime. No crime committed by Chasse.
And back to Chasse.
Chasse has really picked things up here towards the latter stages of this set. She's got 3 kills, hitting 250, which in a match like this is a high number.
Now it's crunch time for both of these teams.
Louisville still has 2 stoppages. If they need them, could be an advantage here late. Chasse! Wow!
3 in a row.
She has been very terminal, and I mean, these balls that she is ripping, they're undiggable. Just no chance. She is not the biggest outside hitter at all. It's 6 feet nothing, but man, she can get up. Rubin off high hands. Got the touch.
That's a big point for Stanford.
He didn't want to get down 24-20. It's going to take a big service run here from Ogilvy. Elena Chasse, they get a block to it there. Rubin with the kill. Yeah, Danny Busboom Kelly's going to use one of those 2 timeouts, try to stem the tide right here.
Interesting that it's Rubin who takes care of both of these shots. The freshman in a pressurized situation like this in the first set coming up with critical swings.
Ogilvy serving to tie it up. Aiko Jones goes off the block. Set point upcoming. So Scott will serve for the set. No, excuse me, that'll be Aiden Bartlett, number 2, for another service run. Kip powering it through the double block.
You get one back there from Kip. 6 kills tonight, a team best for Stanford. And they stave off 1 set point. See if they can do it again.
The answer is yes. And it's Rubin getting it done. Busboom Kelly going to use that second timeout.
Well, how about Rubin in this first set when it comes down to the critical points? Feed it to the freshman. Her 5th kill tonight and a big one, notching this one up 24 apiece.
It was 24-22 Louisville to go in front. No, not for Stanford. It is Aiko Jones with Cressy combining.
Aiko Jones making an appearance here on the back end where it counts. Another set point here for Louisville.
5th block of the first set for the Cards. Serving set point number 3, Scott. Good serve. And Francis gets blocked on the slide, and the Cardinals do bounce back to take the first set, 26-24. Stanford fought hard there in that set, but not quite enough.
Katie Baird will get us started in the second frame and delivers the much-needed ace, which Stanford will pick up tonight, their first coming off the hands of the redshirt junior.
Well, one of the keys that Kevin Hamley mentioned, trying to get Louisville out of system. Well, if you're acing, you're getting them out of system, so that'll work.
Baird hands one back. The Indianapolis native. 2nd in kills last season, had 77 on the year. 3rd in aces with 7. As we flip to Elena Scott in her 2nd year. Kentucky native. ACC all-freshman. And she misses the mark as well.
All right, so the first 3 points have been decided by the serve solely. See if we can keep that going with an ace here from Elena.
1 ace and 2 service errors. Ogilvy out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Here's the junior. To the outside, De Beer lays one down on the hard court.
You know, one thing that Kevin Hamley mentioned about Louisville is that their pins are a little smaller, but they're ballers. They can hit it high and hard, and that's what we've seen from De Beer and Chassé. They're not the biggest outsides, but they can crank it back.
Here's Aiko Jones. And Jones with the service error. I don't know what's going on in the water during the timeout.
Oh, really, that's 4 or 5 points, either an error or an ace. Can make for a quick set, Ted. Not give you much to call if they keep on hitting it out.
Here's Kendall Kipp now. Quick set and taken care of by Lathero. Or excuse me, that was Tillman out of Kansas.
And a little backslide. Lathero in combination with Tillman there.
Anna De Beer. Kill leader on this team, 3rd-team All-American last season. Just over the net court, good serve. Minor with the pickup. It's going to be a free ball opportunity. Francis with the bump over. They go to the outside. Chassé with a soft touch on it. And uncoiling is Rubin. Good save by Louisville. Full shot. Stanford will tee this one up. Minor, no, with the slam.
Stanford got let back into that point there. They had a free ball over, but the second contact on the ensuing Louisville side of the net led to only Chasse only being able to play with her offhand, and they couldn't take advantage. And then you see the dump there from Cami Minor.
Rubin. Rubin's had an outstanding first set and match thus far, the freshman. Here's Francis on the slide, gets a piece of the fingertips.
I gotta say, Ted, I really like watching Sammy Francis in the middle. And you're gonna see it here. Off one foot. She's too tall, too athletic. She makes for a heck of a mid.
Rubin again. And too much underneath it. Hands one back to the Cardinals. Well, the Cardinals, as we mentioned last year, 32-1. Start this year 8-1. Their only loss to Ohio State. They're perfect on the road so far this season, 3-0.
And Ohio State was a top 10 team at the time that they played them, so not a bad loss.
Baird into the block. 22 against 22 on that one. Raquel Lathero sending it right back.
A little shimmy from Raquel there afterwards. That was impressively done for the former Trojan.
Lathero from Malaga, Spain. One-handed up by Francis. She didn't even know it was coming. Lathero, the outside, and put away by Chasse.
I don't think I will ever get tired of watching Chasse swing. I mean, that is laser-like every time.
Chasse now with 5 kills in this one. CC Rush to serve. Minor. And Kendall Kipp goes with the soft touch.
Yeah.
Louisville wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, that's one thing Kevin Hamley said about Kendall Kipp. She's really rounded out her game. Used to be just kind of try to tear the cover off the ball, but this was a very smart shot here. Seeing a lot of open court on that near side inside the 10-foot line, and number 10 knew what to do with it. Very smartly taken.
Team best 107 kills coming into this match. And a Pringle gets set on the stripe, tied at 6. Good swing out of the middle, just a bit long, and Stanford picks up the point, 7-6.
The back row thought about playing that one. I think it was Pringle just pulled her hands away at the last moment, so the heads-up play there from Pringle.
Chasse. Baird. Did she get the touch? No. Tied at 7. Substitutes coming in. Sammy Francis checking in for Pringle. And Kipp on the court now as well as Lathero gets ready.
The one positive from that point from Stanford, they did get a touch on the block on the attempt from Chasse, which they hadn't done recently, so they were able to slow her down a little bit there.
Chasse, a team best 5 kills tonight, followed by Aiko Jones with 3. Kendall Kipp leading the Cardinal with 7. Here's Lathero. She's had a great match so far. Minor teeing up Baird. Left-handed over. Kendall Kipp with a hard strike out of the middle.
Yeah, Vicini standing tall, a solo block for her. Here's the replay, and you'll see. Try to take advantage of that ball going over to the Louisville side of the net. Vicini right there.
Cami Minor. Good soft touch by Louisville. Baird into the double block. Nowhere to go. 15-13 in on the action. That's Cressy and Jones.
Yeah, Baird a little off the net. Jones and Cressy pretty much knew where she was going there. And Cressy's got 6 blocks already herself. Jones has 5.
Here's Bartlett and Leavenworth, Kansas. Good serve down the line. Kipp with a floater. Striking from the outside, DeBeer. denting up the hardcourt tonight at Maples.
Yeah, we might want to check the floor after to see if there are actual dents out there.
That's her third kill tonight. Of course, the hitting percentage for both these teams very low in this one, 180 to 127. Louisville with a slight edge. Bump set to Baird. Touch off the double block. Bump set to the outside. Aiko Jones will get the touch down the line.
Bartlett lost her shoe mid-rally and somehow just stuffed her foot back in it like in a matter of a second. It was pretty impressive how quickly she was able to get her foot back in her shoe. I know that's not actual volleyball analysis, but I was impressed.
Well, that's important too.
Yeah.
Here's Baird again. The go-to right now for Stanford. They keep feeding it to 22, and she takes care of it. Katie Baird with her third kill in this one.
Yeah, it's been a slow start for Katie. She has been set just as much as Kendall Kipp, but she's made more attacking errors than attacking successes. So hitting negative right now, but that'll change.
Good solo block there by Vicini up front. Hard swing by Kipp on the outside, and Louisville can't track it down. And we are tied at 10.
You mentioned it, Ted. McKenna in the middle set everything up there with being able to get a touch on that swing to slow it up to allow that to happen.
Katie Baird, the number 3 ranked player out of high school. Holds her high school record for kills and digs at Perry Meridian out in Indiana.
Yeah, so that tells you she's been a 6 rotation player for a while. If you're leading all-time leader in kills and digs, you're going around the court. So you know how to play defense, you know how to pass. Obviously, she knows how to swing.
Vicini. Check that. That was Rubin. And Rubin delivers a nice rip to level things back up again.
Rubin now 6 of her last 8. And she has made 1 attacking error in that last 8, but it has just gotten so much more efficient as the match has gone on.
Yeah, 6 kills tonight for Rubin. Good strike on the flip side from Aiko Jones, the redshirt senior.
So this is a really nice set by Lothero there.
Led Louisville in the 2020 season and kills 168. And that year, back on the stripe. Jones with a deep serve, picked up by Baird. Rubin. Good swing. Baird can't target that one inside the lines. Louisville by 2. Here's Aiko Jones. Jones with 5 kills tonight, second best on Louisville's team. And another put away up front. Couple extra moments here to regroup for Stanford on the court, trying to figure something out to slow down these Cardinals. Up 14-11, Jones again. And Jones hands one back over 12, serving 14. Kendall Kipp makes her way back to the service line.
Yeah, Baird pulling her hands away there last moment. Thought about trying to pass that one, but thought better of it.
Kendall Kipp 8 for 10 tonight, swinging. And picks up the service ace as well to go. Only the second ace in this match, both of them coming from the Cardinal.
And Louisville is a very tough team to ace.
Good double block up front. DeBeer again, second time not there. Third time not there. Stanford seals it up front. Rubin and Francis, nowhere to go.
You see this last attack be off the net, off a high ball. Yeah, easy block there from a Cardinal perspective.
What a move by DeBeer.
Wow.
Saving that one. Played up by Ogilvy. Off the double block. Quick low set. Quick flash out there on the outside, and Tillman delivering the kill. Timeout called here on the court. 15-14, Louisville by 1. Anna DeBeer serving for Louisville. Good serve down the line. Minor out to Francis. And extra sizzle from Chaussee, who's been lining it up all night.
Yeah, she certainly has. 6 kills for her now. Again, when she's getting in-system balls, she has been very terminal.
Louisville now 8-1 on the season, 4-1 against top 25 opponents. And both these teams coming off of win streaks heading into this one. This one stuffed up front. And we'll have another timeout called. Maya Tillman with 3 of them as well. 17-14, Louisville on a 3-0 scoring run here. Here's DeBeer. Stanford's got to figure out something. Rubin gets the touch. The freshman coming through again. We saw her on the first set. Put up some amazing swings where it counted. And Rubin able to stifle this run that Louisville was going on, and now back on the strike.
I'm glad I'm not an up official because it didn't look like a touch to me, but those are so tough to tell.
That one not a touch, but that one a service ace from the freshman. Stanford's 3rd ace tonight. Louisville aceless. And Rubin doing it all, number 13 in white for Stanford. Lathrow and Tillman takes care of it up front.
And Tillman's been very effective off one foot. That slide's working well, had the solo block. She's having a really good second set here for the Cardinals.
Cardinals came in ranked number 4 in the preseason polls. Francis trying to finish it off there. Roll shot, back row, picked up by Kip. Baird on the cross-court swing, takes care of it.
Yeah, nice job there to go around the double block and just put too much power on this one as we get another look. Good set by Minor around that double, and Hendricks couldn't dig it out.
Tough to stop that cross-court swing from Baird. 6'3". Oh, Anna Pringle, Hoya native. Outside, Chaussee. Chaussee again, a roll shot, miscommunication on Stanford's side. And Pringle with a delay on it, and it falls at her laces.
That's a point the Cardinal would certainly like back. You don't want to let a roll shot hit the floor. And, yeah, just not on the same page there, the Cardinal.
Kevin Hambley asking a lot from these freshmen. Anna Pringle and Rubin on the court tonight in their first year. 7 matches into their collegiate career. Rubin putting up quite a performance. Here's Lathrow, the graduate. The Spaniard. Baird will try to take care of it, and she does, weaving it through. 18-19.
Yeah, right through the seam of that block. Block didn't really develop there for Louisville. They weren't able to close the door on Katie, and you see that little opening she had. Took advantage of it perfectly.
Cami Minor. Good rip down the line. There's Chaussee.
All right, so showing some diversity on her attack now. It had been 100 miles an hour each time previously, basically. That time just kind of touches it deep back court, kind of guiding that one to a specific spot on the floor instead of just ripping it.
Chaussee with 8 kills tonight for Louisville. Followed by Amaya Tillman with 6. Here's Aiden Bartlett, the third year from Leavenworth. Good serve by Bartlett.
Yeah.
She'll pick up the ace.
That is just the first ace for Louisville this match. It comes at a pretty opportune time, and Kevin Hamley says, let's think this through a little bit.
3 players delivering the aces out of the timeout. Let's see what Hamley has in store for Stanford. On the outside. It's picked up by Stanford. Here's Baird weaving it through again, as she does so often. Bartlett with a great pickup. Double block on the outside near the pin. Trying to target the back row. Too much underneath it. And Stanford picks up the point.
Yeah, no touch, and we'll see it again here. This set up pretty well for Aiko Jones. But couldn't control the swing.
Trying to target Rubin there in the back row, the freshman. And Rubin lets it sail past her. Here's Baird. Baird can't find the line. 22-19, Louisville.
You got to try to serve tough, though. I mean, obviously, you don't want to make a service error, but you'll live with a certain number of them.
Elena Scott in her second year. 10 service aces coming into this match, and dumps one into the net. Goes with a soft serve.
Yeah, she was trying to tuck that in like 2 feet in front of the, on the other side of the net. She was trying to go super short there. Almost got it.
Stanford within 2. Ogleby. Outside, that one hits the laces of Hamley. And Stanford now within 1. We're going to have a timeout by Danny Busboom Kelly.
Be
22-21, Louisville by 1. Here's Ogleby for the Cardinals serving. Trying to tie this one up. Good up. Uh-oh. And smelling danger all over it. Somehow gets it over. Kip does. On the outside, off the hands of Rubin. And Louisville by 2 now.
Yeah, Aiko Jones smartly taken swing by the Jamaican international here. Directing that off Rubin.
Great turnout tonight, even though school doesn't start till next week. I imagine this place is going to get more and more crowded as Kendall Kipp does things like that. Her 9th kill tonight, and puts Stanford within 1 again.
Yeah, let's take another view of this one. Good back set, and Kendall Kipp, I mean, there were 2 who jumped, but she really only had to deal with 1 when she went wrist away there. Great kill.
On the slide, stuffed down by Rubin. Tied at 23.
Rubin really seems to come to life at the end of these sets here. And Busboom Kelly's going to use another timeout. Look at this. Rubin, yeah, Francis was jumping, but that was all Elia right there.
Is where it matters most. 23 apiece, playing to 25. Here's Kendall Kipp. Delivers the service error. You hate to see that if you're a Stanford fan.
And that's why you call timeout if you're Danny Busboom Kelly. The timeout worked. You froze the server.
It's like icing the kicker.
Yep, exactly.
Now set point, Louisville. Here's De Beer.
Good pass.
On the slide, Francis. Saved by DeBeer. That one goes out, tied at 24.
Well, the Cardinal fought off 2 set points. They were down 24-22 in the first set, got it to a deuce set. They fight off another set point here. Yeah, just not the best swing there.
Rubin. Oh, hard rip from Chaussee. Extra salsa on it tonight. 25-24. Another set point opportunity with Tillman back on the line.
Yeah, and that's some very spicy salsa she put on it. Whew, what a swing.
Get those jalapenos in there.
More than a few.
Tillman. Baird with a soft touch over the hands of the double block.
So second straight set that the Card has fought off multiple match points. This is a great touch by Katie Baird. Knew that kind of trying to rip it back wasn't going to work. Goes off speed on him.
Here's Taylor Bevan. Congestion at the net goes to Louisville's favor. A bit of a scramble up front. And Stanford unable to locate that one. And so again, Louisville set point number 3.
Yeah, third time was a charm for Louisville in the first set. Let's see if it is so in the second.
Here's the Spaniard, Raquel Latharo. Latharo trying to put this one away. Baird again, striking. What a save in the back row by Ogilvy, but Stanford can't get it over, and Louisville closes out set number 2, 27-25.
It was like an 8-hour delay that Stanford faced after trying to fly back from Nebraska. So they've had their fair share of travel issues, but...
And that's not to take away from what Louisville has done tonight, because they have looked amazing.
They have. It's a good start to the third set for the Cardinal. McKenna Vicini inside.
Yeah. Quick low set to Vicini from Minor.
It's her 4th kill. Then 5 hundo.
Getting some quick work in there up front. The 6'2" middle blocker from Lexington, Kentucky.
So she grew up in Kentucky Wildcat country. Here's Elena Ogilvy. That finds the floor for Aiko Jones. And Jones now second on the Cardinals with 7 kills to go along with 5 blocks. Healthy match for her.
Yeah, she was 3rd in kills last season. 3rd in blocks as well.
This is Chaussee. Too long.
Kind of a big shift in energy in Maples Pavilion after that second set win for Louisville. Kind of going into this third one, I feel that dying out for some of these Stanford fans.
12 ties in the first set, 13 ties in the second, and the 4th ace of the match for the Cardinal provided by Kendall Kipp. That's her 2nd.
Yeah, that's right. Kipp with her 2nd. Rubin and Baird on the board as well, and aces trying to spark this offense.
And if you're getting more than an ace per set on average against Louisville, you're doing a great job. Hunter got a touch on the block. Rubin gets rejected, emphatically so, by Cressy and Jones.
Yeah, Rubin was looking up at hands coming over the net.
Yeah.
Like a monster poking out from underneath the bed. Nowhere to go for Rubin there. Makes amends quickly, though, doesn't she?
Yeah, she really does, Ted. That was a nice swing. Much less of a block to deal with that time as we take a look at the replay.
Yeah, look at this bump set way from outside the court. And, of course, one of the go-tos is feeding it right back to the player who makes the mistake.
Yeah.
To eliminate that kind of mental delay or hold-up after unforced error.
Yeah, the block gave her line, and she took advantage. Service error. Michael Jones now.
Jones looking for her first service ace tonight.
Entered the match with 14 on the season, which was tied for first, and Cammie Minor going over on 2 for her second kill with the setter dump.
Oh, we've seen this second time tonight from Minor with the dump. Is this the no-look dump? It was a half no-look dump.
I mean, that's set up perfectly because she has both hands up there. It looks like she's setting the ball, and then at the last moment takes that right hand away, sends it over. So Taylor Bevan serving specialist. Bump set for Baird.
Well, that is perfect placement from Baird, just out of reach from DeBeer to make a play on it. Let's take another look at this. See Bevan teeing up Baird, who gives the slap, just targeting it like a lawn dart in that corner.
Nicely done. Off the tape, slows it down. Over on 2 again. Another setter dump for Cammie Minor. And it's early in this set, but it has the early makings of a get-right set for the Cardinal after losing 2 nail-biting games. Louisville saying, hey, we can still get this done in 3.
Yeah, Stanford sure got some words of wisdom from Kevin Hambley from set 2 to the start of set number 3. Coming out guns a-blazing here in set 3. And now it's Louisville's turn.
Back for Baird. And that's a kill. For Katie, up to 8 kills now. She was hitting negative, but she's gone her last 10 attacks or so without making an attack error after kind of an error-filled start to the match for her. Overpass. Joust. Still going, no.
And net violation.
Yep. And the Cardinal up by 5. Penny Busboom Kelly, she's got the luxury of a 2-set lead. She's not going to call the timeout.
And you can see the net bouncing.
Yeah.
I didn't. Tillman.
Quite, yeah, that had to be Tillman. Good call there. I didn't quite catch it on the replay, but like you mentioned, you could see the net moving.
So Stanford in this set hitting 625.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
To Louisville's 167.
Early on in this set, Chasse. Whoa! Hey, Rubin kept that up. And they're not going to get it over on 4. Wow, just a thunderous swing from Chasse.
Yeah, Chasse with a rifle arm delivers her 11th kill tonight.
Here's CeCe Rush, New Albany, Indiana native. Minor, good second contact. Leads to a kill for Katie Baird.
Well, Baird putting up the numbers right now. They're just feeding it to her. 9 kills. She's all tied up with Kendall Kipp after that one. And she's just staying in that spot and delivering for the Cardinal in this set, 10-5.
And she's up to 115, which obviously efficiency-wise, that's not where she wants to live, but she was negative for much of this match, so has really made some nice strides. Only 1 recent attacking error for Baird as she serves long. You know, if you're Louisville and you're Danny Busboom Kelly, the 6-year head coach, try to massage the early part of this set. If you can get it to 15 without having to call a timeout, that would be kind of a minor goal to make. And they get a point on serve.
Or get it done in 3. This Louisville team, they're traveling coast to coast here in Stanford, California. Then their next match at University of Miami.
Yeah, that'll be the ACC opener for Louisville. 15 teams in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Louisville won that championship last year.
18-0 in league action. They go out to the pin for Rubin.
Wow.
And an overdig lands in. Not exactly how it's normally drawn up, but another point on suit for the Cardinals. That's one of those you just have to live with if you're Stanford. So how about this? An early bit of dominance from the Cardinal, and Louisville has gotten right back into this. Kip ripping it through, too.
Stanford will be looking to senior Kendall Kip, trying to get them back in this fight. Delivers one there. They have Kip, Baird, Sammy Francis.
And an ace.
That's going to help from Ogilvy.
Elena with her first ace of the match. The libero now with 7 on the season. Back to Chase, tipping it over the double block. Kendall Kip tipping it down. And so Louisville went on a 3-0 run to get it back within 2. And Stanford answers back with a 3-0 run of its own, and this time Danny Busboom Kelly's going to call the timeout. 13-8 Cardinal will take the break. Seasons. Ogilvy serving. Back set for Chase, doesn't work.
Yeah, Chase got ahead of it.
Yeah, timing not quite right there for the Cardinals. And this is going to be the first time we see Pegran Kong check in. PK for short, junior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Yeah, 15 kills across 12 sets so far this season. Didn't play last year, Kevin. 6'4" middle blocker frame.
Yeah, brings that size. A swing goes out. And you wonder at this point, as the Cardinals start to stretch this one out, I mean, not that Louisville's going to give up on this set, but in the back of your mind, you're thinking, all right, well, we can afford to lose this set. Up 2 sets to none. Oh, great serve. Overpass almost went down. Chase sent back. It's Kip and Francis combining for the stuff.
Well, the Kip Francis stuff is always wonderful to see, but how about this? Oh, we're not going to show it here, but the over by Louisville went off the hands and then the chest, and then somehow found its way over the net. Great hustle by the Cardinals on that last point. Stanford ends up sitting on top, though, on it.
Doubling up Louisville right now in this set. It's been a nice run for Ogilvy. That's still going. Elena with a great dig. And that's Rubin who's terminal there. Timeout, Louisville. As the Cardinal have opened up this set, they lead by 9. Ogilvy on serve still. It is a 7-0 Cardinal run that stops right there thanks to Kong in the middle. Pegran Kong
Yeah, Kong picks up her first kill of the match since entering here in set number 3.
Third on the team in blocks per set. As Chaussee will serve.
And Chaussee has such speed on the court. Not only a powerhouse swing, but the speed is unmatched.
Back set for Aiko Jones. Rubin. Oh, great dig by Scott. Nena Mbanu gets blocked. And the Cardinal with their third block of this set. See Mbanu, first time we've called her name, didn't appear in the first 2 sets, but with this set kind of getting away from the Cardinals, Busboom Kelly making some lineup changes here in this set. See if she can change the tenor of this set a bit. They go back to Mbanu and gets the kill off the block there for Mbanu, her 7th kill of her redshirt junior campaign.
Yeah, unfriendly roll off the net core there for the Cardinal. Going back to that last block by Sammy Francis, her 4th block tonight. She's leading the Cardinal. Could use some more of those here as this match continues.
Francis off 1 foot. Might have hit the scoreboard. We couldn't quite tell from here, but they can't get it over on 3. And the Cardinal cruising in this third set. And you kind of had a feeling. You lose a couple of close sets that something like this could have been in the cards for the Card. Or you just kind of have a set where things even out, if you will. And I think this is setting up for an ultra-competitive 4th set.
Yeah, if you're at Louisville, certainly going to fight, but do you kind of let this third set get away and start over with set 4?
Goes long. I mean, it's not like Louisville's waving the white flag or anything. Not like they're just going to serve into the net and get the set over with. But it's kind of like in tennis, right? If you're up 2 sets to none in a major, and all right, you're down 5-2 in the third set, all right, maybe you don't exert all your energy and just live to go the 4th. Over dig, and there's Francis.
Now Francis lays down the hammer. Literally closed fist hammer right back to Louisville on this one. Let's look at this. Boom.
So Bevan will serve. Impressive stuff from Sammy Francis, who gets her 3rd kill to go along with 4 blocks. Miner now up to 28 assists. Someone averaging just shy of 10.5 assists per set. Averaged 11.5 assists per set last year. Off the slide, it's Tillman. Baird out.
Just a bit long from Baird. Trying to target that back line. Now things pause momentarily for Stanford. 2011 here in the 3rd. 2012 now.
Bartlett serving. Bartlett, the junior, Conference Player of the Year at Leavenworth High. Energy Sustainability major. Good pass. Back row kip, too long. And a point on serve for the Cardinals. We'll see what kind of stand they can make on this Bartlett service run. Trying to get back in this 3rd set. And that goes out. Good Busboom Kelly already having to use both of her timeouts. It was 10-5. Then Louisville was able to get on a mini run closer to within 10-8. Then Stanford countered with a 7-0 run.
Now Stanford really closing the numbers on blocks. Still out blocked 11-8, but closing that gap right now in the 3rd set.
Yeah, they're out blocking Louisville 3-2 in this set. Over dig. Back for Chaussee. Tried to shove it down, but Kip and Vicini were ready for it. Now they're out blocking Louisville 4-2 in this set.
Yeah, the upperclassman for Stanford, Vicini, redshirt junior, and Kendall Kip. That's not going to get it done.
Minor. Oh, good serve. They will get it over. Ogilvy taking the set there. Minor, back set, Kip, terminal.
That is 4 sets to Kendall Kip on the outside, almost like you would do in practice. Just set after set after set after set, and gets it on the 4th time.
Hey, you give Kendall Kip 4 swings, one of them's going to land.
Stanford 2 away.
Good serve. Kendall Kip does away with the overpass, and the Cardinal at set point, and they have 11 set points to work with.
Well, fans on their feet for this one. 24-13 with Minor back to serve. Kendall Kip delivering her 13th kill in this match, hitting .290 right now.
Service air.
That'll take the air out of Maples for just a moment. Still a ton of set points here for Stanford.
CeCe Rush with the serve. For the set, it'll be Baird, and we're playing 4. A dominant third set from the Cardinal, 25-14. Letting the Cardinals know you're not going to walk out of here with a sweep in this 4th set.
And the battle starts with Baird. Good swing from DeBeer. Rubin with a soft touch cross court. That's a nasty rip at the floor. Great up by Minor. And nowhere to go for Rubin. She was looking at a pair of hands staring her down.
Yeah, kind of a lot to process there at the net. Didn't work out for the Cardinal. Long rally to start, and that's a taste of things to come. No points going to come easy, save for your occasional service there.
Here's Scott. Low set swung on by Vicini. And a whistle. We have an injured player down on Louisville's side. That's Anna DeBeer.
Yeah.
Slow to get up, and we'll have a look-see.
Yeah, wasn't putting a whole lot of weight initially on that left leg.
And she's rubbing the left knee on just the outside. And the trainer taking a look at her right now, the 3rd year. One of the key players in this match, DeBeer for Louisville. 4 kills tonight.
In the Pac-12, we celebrate our victories like everyone else, with banners hung for titles won. But we also pay tribute to the victories that don't come with banners. The progressive spirit that distinguishes our student athletes, faculty, and fans from all others. This is who we are. It's the X factor that unites all Pac-12 universities. Pac-12, the Conference of Champions.
We'll keep our eye on that. As you mentioned, DeBeer is the kill leader for Louisville so far this season. I'm sure Hambly certainly knows that in the scouting reports. But that has opened up some other options for the Cardinals. Aiko Jones with 7 kills and Claire Chaussee having another worldly night, 13 kills tonight. And that will be an ace.
It kind of, an unfortunate injury from a Stanford perspective where I thought kind of that last point was trending towards Stanford. Obviously, safety first, and that becomes a secondary concern, the point, but.
That one flipped back to Vicini. Off the hands of the block. Minor goes to the outside. Rubin with a tap down the line, but can't angle that inside the black. And Louisville off to a nice start here in set 4, 3-0.
You don't want to get any further down than this. This becomes a pretty critical side out right here.
Here's Scott again. In her second year into the net, a much-needed point for Stanford to open up this 4th set. On the service error, they get one.
Yeah, that'll help.
Here's Ogilvy. 13 digs tonight for the 3rd year out of Honolulu. One serving 3. And that's taken care of by Aiko Jones. Redshirt senior with her 8th kill tonight. Kind of with that potential pain, let's call it, on De Beer. Don't want to call it an injury. See if that limits her in her capacity on the outside.
Yeah, she's still working out that left leg.
Sammy Francis with a quick and hard swing out of the middle.
I think Minor, this is a great set. I think she kind of froze that Louisville front net, front row, and created the one-on-one. They didn't know where Minor was going.
As anyone would, standing 6'6". Great dig there by Ogilvy. Free ball opportunity, though, for the Cardinals. They go to the outside, and a nice strike from Tillman makes it 5-2. Tillman with her 9th kill.
Serving Louisville, number 14, Anna DeBeer.
Louisville hitting .333 in this set. Stanford hitting 0. Anna DeBeer back on the line. 5-2. Minor to Rubin. Here's Rubin again. Slap over by Tillman. Soft touch by Kip. Chauncey. Extra firepower on the outside. She's been bringing it all night.
Yeah, she has. That was nice.
Four-point lead here in the 4th. 6-2 Louisville.
Perfect placement on that swing, too.
De Beer with a service error hands one back to the Cardinals.
Yeah, they got a little hole they got to dig themselves out of here. And they're going to get Pringle in. Give Rubin a bit of a breather.
And the service number 3, Anna Pringle.
Pringle in her first year from Cathedral Catholic. That's too easy for Chauncey. So many options for the grad student at his Sun Prairie, Wisconsin.
Yeah, she's got that speed tip as well. It's been working pretty well. So it's not just ripping it back for Chauncey. It's a lot of that, but she can switch it up.
Chauncey, 15 kills for Louisville tonight. It's a team best, hitting .257 on the night. Service error makes it 4 serving 7 with Taylor Bevan. Bevan last year played in all 30 matches. And now Louisville up 8-4. Stanford really trying to focus in on those service errors this year. Priority for Kevin Hambley. Got one of the biggest blockers in the nation with Sammy Francis up front. Francis has been a little bit quiet tonight for Stanford. Baird has it. As they go to Baird, nowhere to go for her though. Aiko Jones in on the block with Cressy.
A Cressy-Jones combination at the net has been lethal to deal with for the Cardinal.
So we'll take a time. Louisville on top 9-4. Back to serve Raquel Lathero. 4 years at USC. Experienced setter replaced Tori Dilford. And Louisville comes away with the point into double digits here in the fourth. If you're just joining us, the Cardinals of Louisville picked up the first 2 sets. Stanford came back, demolishing Louisville in the third. And now here in the fourth, chance for Louisville to walk out of here with a win, or Stanford trying to push this to 5. Attacking out of the middle, Kendall Kipp. Baird on the outside. Good stuff by Louisville. Over the hands of Iko Jones.
Definitely got a tip there. Got a touch on the block. You'll see it here on the replay. Baird, boom, there it is. And point for Stanford and a much needed side out.
First meeting between these two programs. It's a point for Louisville. Trying to scrape it up off the floor was Rubin in the back row.
And the serve, Louisville, number 1, CC Rush.
Here's CC Rush in her third year out of New Albany, Indiana. Overpass, easy work for Cressy.
This is getting dicey for the Cardinal. You're down big early fourth set. Gotta make a run soon.
They go to Baird. Blocked by Jones. Jones just getting better and better as this match goes on. A timeout again called by Kevin Hambley. Trying to stifle this Louisville run at 12-5. We'll step aside for just a moment.
Yeah, and they updated the score out of timeout. I thought they were a point slow. It is actually 13-5 now. So Louisville up 8.
Here's CC Rush with the serve. Good serve. And they tee this one up to Jones. Back row pickup by Rubin. Baird running out of room. Jones's hands were there as well. Another joust.
Yeah,
close quarters.
The Cardinal just never right in that point, right? It starts with the overpass. They're out of system the whole way. They're scrambling. The contact's either too tight to the net or over the net. And it was just a matter of time before Louisville is going to be able to get another point on serve.
Here's Rush again. Top 20 libero out of high school. Another overpass on the serve from Rush. Jones gets stuffed up though. Baird coming in with some redshirt junior experience, trying to lead this Cardinal to a 5-setter.
Well, hey, Kevin Hambley said earlier this week, you know how they say defense wins championships? Well, if you're blocking and digging at a high rate, you'll have a chance, and that was a monster stuff block for the Cardinal.
Baird to serve. Overpass on that serve. Jones on the outside, blocked out of play. Rubin couldn't angle that one with Vicini. And make it 15-6 Louisville.
Serving Louisville, number 19.
Yeah, the Cardinal got an overpass there. Had a chance to try to get a point on serve, get closer into this, but Louisville, credit them for fighting back.
Lena Scott, she's having quite a night tonight. Pushed over by Kipp. Good strike from DeBeer. Rubin able to weave it through on the inside. Hits the touch and down.
Great dig by Elena Ogilvie there. Again, another tough serve to deal with. The Cardinal eventually able to get in system. Transitioning well there. Good set, Rubin. Nice kill.
Rubin with 10 kills on the night. Ogilvie to serve. Deep serve. Working hard on that outside. Iko Jones just putting away balls left and right.
But here's the problem, Ted. You can't just side out if you're the Cardinal. You need to go on a couple of monster service runs to really threaten to get back into this. Eventually, you're going to have to score on serve.
Part of that balance is serving difficult. Rubin. A good rip. Rubin again. Picked up by Scott. Slapped over by Louisville. Kendall Kipp with a soft roll shot. Francis up front. And Stanford picks up the point.
Yeah, good rally there in favor of the Cardinal, but I think we're getting a taste of why Elena Scott was first-team All-Region as a freshman last year as a libero. There's not much that get past her. She's got 17 digs now. In basically 3.5 sets.
Well, here's Kendall Kipp. Cardinal trailing by 8. Make it 7.
There you go. Well, that was a confident swing by Elia Rubin. This is how it starts. Get a couple more points on serve, make Busboom Kelly call timeout, get some momentum going your way.
That ball is destroyed. Kipp with a float serve. And not fooling anyone up front. Lathero makes the Cardinal pay on the dump.
Oh, she's feeling good after that one. Oh, that was nicely done by Lathero.
Lathero's 4th kill tonight. Chaussee with 15 kills, followed by Jones with 11. Here's De Beer. Friendly clip off the net cord, picks up the ace.
Well, nothing you can do about that if you're Stanford. You have a net service, and it lands like that. Good luck. Best you can do is pray.
De Beer led Louisville in kills last season, 343. Doesn't find the line on that last serve. Hands one back to Stanford. It'll be 10 serving 18 with Rubin on the stripe. And what a night Rubin is having. What a season she's having just in her first year here on the farm. 11 kills tonight.
Yeah, potential double-double alert. 2 digs shy of it.
Chaussee. Francis. Chaussee again. Good pick up by Rubin. Baird will wind up. Chaussee with sizzle.
Good rally there. Both teams working hard on that point. But a great set for Chaussee. If she has that kind of time to rear back, she's going to make other teams pay.
And she does there. 16 kills, hitting .256 in this match. Maya Tillman in her final year at Louisville. Baird uncoiling one. Chaussee stuffed up by Sammy Francis.
And
that one.
Yeah, block landed out.
Louisville in a comfortable position, 5 points away from closing this one out. 20-10 now coming in Anna Pringle.
And want to have a little more passing back there on this Tillman service.
Pringle in for Rubin. They go to Baird, and Baird finds the only inch available to her down the line.
Yeah. Not an easy swing that she just executed. She did it very well. You're going to see here on the replay.
Yeah, we got a piece of it too.
Yeah.
Of Jones.
Yeah, because I think the block, it did land out, but she got the block, so got it off the block, and that'll give you the point.
Bevan to Baird. Scott was waiting for it. Chaussee with a good, strong rip into Bevan. Make it 21-11.
I asked Kevin Hambley his thoughts on Louisville. Told you what he thought about just how their outsides are ballers. He said, look, they got all the pieces to be great. They are very deserving of their ranking. He's not surprised they're ranked third. We're seeing it tonight. This is a real deal Holyfield team.
Lathero. Extra pop from Kip.
Yeah, I think Iko Jones into the net. I think I saw 15 put up. I'm going to take a look here. No, I couldn't quite see.
I'm with you.
Maybe it was Cressy who was into the net.
Minor. Chaussee with a running head start. She is unstoppable from the outside. 18 kills tonight. Hitting .293. Make it 19 after that last swing.
Well, I did guarantee you, Ted, that Stanford would not win this set 25-14. I didn't say anything about Louisville winning this set 25-14.
There you go. Minor to Kip, soft touch. And tees up number 13, Cressy, the redshirt freshman. Send it right back over to Stanford. And the Cardinal now in a good amount of trouble in this fourth set. CC Rush. Into the net, free ball opportunity here for the Cardinals. Chaussee trying to get it over the double block. Minor was there for it. And finding a way through is Kendall Kip with the kill.
And there you go. Make the Cardinals earn it here, right? Don't just lay down. Don't say, all right, this is over. See if you can make them call a timeout. See if you can get a couple points on serve. Build from there. It's not over till they have 25.
Kip with 15 kills tonight. Here's Katie Baird. Trying to slow that one down, pulled it back, and match points now for Louisville. After that last swing. And now an enormous task for Stanford with Scott back to serve. And what a night the sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky has had. 24-13, match points. Saves that one. Free ball for Louisville to finish this one off. On the outside, they get it done with Iko Jones' arm. 25-13 in the fourth. Louisville improves to 9-1 on the season. Stanford still looking for their first win at home. 0-2 on the season. They dropped to 5-3, but they will face Cal coming up on Wednesday. And then after that, they'll head up north to face Oregon. For Louisville. After tonight, they go back home for a little bit. Then they'll face University of Miami and Florida State. Final thoughts, Kevin, on tonight?
Yeah, well, the reality is Louisville was only 5 points better than Stanford over the course of 4 sets. But, I mean, Louisville just served so tough in that fourth set. The aces don't really – I mean, they got 2 of their 3 aces in that set. But Stanford was just constantly out of system because those serves were just so good for Louisville. And it didn't matter who was behind the service line. There's Elena Scott, whoever else was back there, Iko Jones. Everyone was serving tough for Louisville. And that was kind of the whole genesis of the success for Louisville in that fourth set. And it was clinical. I mean, they hit 438 in that set. The blocking was fantastic. I mean, 14 blocks for 4 sets. This is a really, really good team, and this is a good barometer for Stanford. Look, the Pac-12 isn't as good as it has been recently. You could just tell by the rankings. Stanford, the highest-ranked team at 9. Usually, that's not the case. Usually, there's a couple 2-3 teams in the top 15. There's only 1 in the top 15 right now, and that being Stanford. So they're not going to see tougher teams than Louisville for the next couple of months, but this is a barometer that, hey, in December, this is the level we need to be at. And actually, we're going to need to be better than that because, rest assured, Louisville is going to be a much better team in 2 to 3 months' time as well.
Absolutely. Stanford gets a taste of a bunch of top 20 teams to start off the 2022 season, and so they'll shift into an easier schedule going forward, but a good test to see kind of where this team is at. As you mentioned, a great barometer. They fall to 5-3. Louisville with the win tonight in 4 sets, and we will see you next time here on Pac-12 Insider. For Kevin Dana, I'm Ted Emberg. So long from the farm.